from Rocket Stadium in Neenah. It's time for week 2 of the TV32 Sports Showdown. They may be non-conference rivals, but they're next-door neighbors, so bragging rights on the line for Neenah and Menasha. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast alongside John Mino.
Hello, Teddy.
I'm Ted Stefaniak. Glad you could be with us tonight. These two teams, they haven't played each other a lot over the years recently, but when they do, well, we hope Mother Nature stays out of the way.
Well, yeah, last year they were having a great game in the first half. We were broadcasting, and all of a sudden the lightning came through. Game was completed the next morning. We were just talking to Coach about that. It was a really bizarre situation for everybody. Nobody had ever gone through something like that before. And Neenah played a great second half and won that game against a really good Menasha team.
Yeah, and Menasha is still really good. One of the top teams in the state in Division III, and they're loaded again.
They really are. They've just got some outstanding ball players. And A.J. Korth, I'm telling you, watch this young man. I was just out there in the field watching him throw. He has a phenomenal arm, but he's known more for his running. He accounted for 42 touchdowns last year, 25 on the ground, 17 through the air. He's just amazing. What a great football player this guy is. And he's kind of related to the head coach.
Kind of. That's his dad. Yeah. Hey, Neenah, they're impressive, too. They had a very impressive win over De Pere in Week 1 last week. They're also considered a top 10 team in Division I.
Yeah, no question about it. Right now, today, they came out, I think they're ranked number 9 overall. They've got a great running back, Jenkins, that we're going to be talking about. What I remember about them last year, they were big and physical, Ted. Remember that? Because that was a big physical Menasha team they went up again. But big and physical inside the lines.
Well, we will see if that physicality comes into play tonight. It should. We're expecting a run-heavy game in this one, John.
Yeah, no question about it. You know, both teams have great running backs. The quarterback, of course, as I just mentioned, the pregame show from Menasha was just spectacular last year on the ground. Last week, he had over 250 yards running in their win. They had 508 yards rushing in their opening win last week.
Sam Bland set to kick off for Menasha. They wear the white uniforms. It is Neenah, the home team, in their home red uniforms. And that goes out of bounds. And let's introduce Olivia Acree. She's our sideline reporter tonight. She's the NBC 26 community reporter for the cities of Neenah and Menasha. Olivia, what do you have coming up for us tonight?
Yeah, so tonight I'm going to give you some history about the rivalry between these two teams. I'm going to tell you what the theme tonight means here, and I'm also going to talk about the new stadium, which will be ready for the 2023 football season.
All right, Olivia, thanks. We're looking forward to those reports coming up a little bit later in the game. Yeah, we were talking to Coach Young.
Yeah, and saw some pictures.
Steve Young, the head coach for Neenah. Menasha led by Jeremy Korth. Jeremy in his 15th season as the head coach of the Blue Jays. Steve Young in his 9th season as the head coach of the Rockets.
And kind of amazing that both guys went to their respective schools.
Yeah, just like last week.
Both have sons that are playing for them.
They've got some ties to the community, you're saying.
Yeah, a little bit, huh? Generations of them.
So Neenah, first possession of the game. This is a 1st and 10 from the 35, and they'll keep it on the ground, trying the near side, and some room on the near side. And a foot race, and it's going to be a touchdown to start the game for the Neenah Rockets. Unbelievable.
Evan Van Evenhoven. Wow. That was incredible. That was about as basic of a play as you could ever draw up. And for the second week in a row, we've got a long touchdown to start off our ball game. Last week was 100 yards of the opening kickoff, and this time he takes it to the house.
We'll call it 65 yards on that one.
What an amazing play. And again, it just opened up for him. And then he really showed some speed down the stretch.
And the extra point is good. Well, we'll step away with a 7-0 lead on the first play of the game by the Rockets. You're watching Showdown. Back at Neenah. And let's take a look at that touchdown run again, Johnny.
Folks, if you're going to tune into one of our games, you got to be ready. You got to be ready for it. You got to be ready to rock, ready to go, because last week we had a 100-yard kickoff return to start off the ball game. This time a 65-yard run on just a quarterback keeper. Wasn't even really what you call an option play. He was designed to run the ball the whole time. And, wow, I was really impressed with the wheels he turned off. Evan Van Evenhoven, taking it the distance for the Neenah Rockets, 5'11", 165 pounds, only a sophomore. I'm not going to go with sophomore tonight. I'm just going with sophomore, okay?
He had 13 carries for 108 yards last week.
Right.
What a start in this one.
Well, and as I mentioned, Menasha had over 500 yards rushing in their game last week, so Let's see how they'll counter. And I guarantee it'll be with a heavy dose of
So the
A.J. Korth.
As Grant Dean with the kickoff. Fielded at about the 10-yard line and brought down at about the 27-yard line.
Chase Parker with the return that time.
Take a look at what these teams did last week. Neenah with a very impressive win against De Pere. And you talk about, how well Ben Evenoven played. Well, how about Jace Jenkins?
That's what I mean. 261 yards, 4 touchdowns, had 2 touchdown runs of over 50 yards.
And of course, Menasha also scored a win, 33-14. A.J. Korth.
Look at that.
250 yards on the ground.
2 touchdowns passing, 1 running. He's an amazing athlete. Number 17. Keep your eye on him. Coach's son.
So, Menasha gets an offensive play here. Just 11:40 into this one. And a flag comes in as A.J. Korth will take the snap and try it up the middle, but we'll see what the flag is all about.
Number 9, Aiden Carey, did a nice job that time. The right side making the stop.
Steve Benversi, our crew chief tonight.
Got a sideline warning.
Is it a warning on the sideline? Yeah.
First one's free. All right, second down.
Benversi also joined by John Jensen, Donald Mitchell, Phil Rakowski, and Wade Turner.
So a gain of 2 on the play, second and 8, the 29. On a beautiful night for football, huh, Teddy? This is fantastic.
Can't beat a night like this.
Cannot beat a night like this. Just gorgeous. And as we'll mention a little bit more during the course of the game, it's the last year that the Neenah Rockets will be playing right here at this football field.
Or using this school as a high school.
Yeah, that's right.
Brand new facility going up. And Korth looks deep down the field, far sideline, and there's some contact there, and that is going to be incomplete. Well, he gave it a good try.
Yeah, Ty Schwarzkopf was the intended receiver. Looked like he was going to corral it on the second bounce. Didn't happen. But flag on the play, as you mentioned.
A little bit of contact there just before the ball got there.
See that arm, though, on Korth? What a nice pass he throws.
We've seen it the last couple of years.
Yeah. They went deep in the playoffs, of course, last year before losing the semifinals.
The Blue Jays, you bet. You take a look at the starters tonight for the Menasha Blue Jays. The Blue Jays lost to Rice Lake in that state semifinal.
I thought they were going to go all the way, to be honest with you. When we saw them play Notre Dame and Luxembourg Casco,
Yeah, I saw them a few times last
I
year.
thought that was one of the best D3 teams I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, and bringing back as many players as they had from last year into this season,
Right.
you can see why they are the
Number 1 in the state,
preseason
Division
number
3.
one. Yep.
Yep.
So it's going to be a first down here. They give up the middle for about a 4-yard pickup.
Once again, Chase Parker with the carry. Gain of about 4. Up to the 48-yard line. It's a nice 1-2 combination with Korth and Parker. And you could see Korth that time. He handed it off, gave it to him, but he was watching what the defensive line was doing, whether or not he was going to pull it. If they had crashed, I guarantee he would have pulled it and gone around that right end.
Yeah, Korth was outstanding last year, but had some help as well. So you've got to have a good running back, a good 1-2
Oh, they had a
punch.
phenomenal running back last year, Menasha did. Just phenomenal.
So a second down. Second, and we'll call it 6. And Korth keeps it himself, trying to get away from that defense, but they are just swarming. The Rockets meet him in the backfield.
Hudson Tamerlan was the first one. Number 70 did a great job shooting the gap, getting in the backfield, disrupting the play before Korth had a chance to get going. Tamerlan, 5'8", 195, really used his leverage that time to get under the offensive guard. So a loss of about 3, 3rd and 9.
Got a receiver on both sides, including Simon Bauer-Schimmick, lined up on the near sideline. Korth in the shotgun. And he's under pressure again, trying to get away, gets the ball away, and does find Bauer-Schimmick.
Nice job to get that away. Bauer-Schimmick doing a nice job coming back to help his quarterback. Brings it up to the 50, maybe considering 4-down territory at this point now. 4th and 5.
Right
Maybe a
at
short
midfield.
5. Right.
What do you got here, Coach?
Well, Korth is their punter. He's a heck of a punter. He averaged over 40 yards a punt last year. So he could go deep and then read the, oh, okay, it looks like the punt team's coming in. It's like they thought about it for a while. You know, that's that thing, giving up that first 7 points right off the bat there. You know, I think that can really creep in when decisions are made early in a ball game.
Well, last week, you mentioned it. We saw the same thing with Keel and Kiwani. Kiwani, a 100-yard kickoff return to start the game. Keel just stayed at an even
That's right.
keel.
Yes, exactly
they
right.
They didn't change their plan. They ended up leading at half.
Yep, that's what brought them back into that ball game.
So, a lot of game to play in this one yet. No need to change the strategy at this point. So here's the punt by Korth. This is a high booming punt.
End over end. It's a good bounce.
22 before it goes out of bounds. So we'll step away one more time. This is Showdown on TV 32.
Health, we believe when part of you is injured, we have a part to play. Whether you're injured swinging for the fences or tending the hedges beside them, whether your goal is to play across the pond or star in Swan Lake, whether you're injured building strength or using your strength to build, our part is to provide no-cost injury consults no matter what part hurts. That's right, free of charge. Welcome to the Orthopedic Walk-In Injury Clinic at Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics.
No matter who you are, part of you is an athlete. Whether you're a student, a professional, or recreational athlete, the Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team provides elite care for everybody. Bell & Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown. So Neenah taking over after the punt. Will start at about their own 17-yard line. Give up
Jace
the
Jensen.
middle. So just their second
Jenkins,
play
excuse
from
me.
scrimmage.
Yep.
And our first look at Mr. Jenkins.
So mentioned had 250 yards rushing last week, 4 touchdowns, 2 of them over 50 yards. Being recruited by a lot of D2 schools right now.
See the offensive starters for the Rockets. Yeah, Jenkins with the 3rd most rushing yards in the entire state last week. Korth with the 4th most rushing yards.
Sweep to the right side, Ethan Snyder.
And pushed out of bounds about the 42-yard line. Another big play here for the Rockets.
Another big play. So far the ends are working well for them. It was around the right side when the quarterback took it the distance from 65 yards, Van Evenhoven. Now a big pickup around that left end by Ethan Snyder.
So the first down. Defensive
Menasha
starters
defense
for the Blue Jays. Couple of receivers to the right. And they give to Jenkins, and Jenkins just keeping those legs churning. It's going to be close to another first down.
Yeah, I think he got it. I'll tell you what, that's the old basic option play from years and years ago. Just go with the read on the inside and then the toss out to him. Boy, he's got some wheels, doesn't he? He's at full speed right off the bat. As soon as he touched that ball, he was at full speed.
When you talk about that option, they had a couple of receivers to the right there, and it looked like they were setting something up.
Yeah.
And we might see something later in the game off that.
Yeah, like they were trying to give them a certain look and see how Menasha's defense reacted to it. Tight formation now, just a one-wide receiver on the right side, and he's really tight.
Fake
Quarterback.
to Jenkins, and Van Evenhoven
Keeps it again.
good for 5 yards.
Keaton Karanda coming up to make the stop for Menasha.
We have a feeling that with 2 offenses like this might be a relatively
Quick game, yeah, that's right. I don't think we're going to see a lot of incomplete passes. 2 power football teams.
So a 2nd and 5.
Tight formation once again for Neenah.
Sitting inside Blue Jay territory. Jenkins first down. And he was a step away
He was.
from getting away from the pack.
Yeah, Jake Niels did a nice job, number 30, hauling him down, or I think he would have gone the distance. Bounced it off the one tackle, and number 30 comes over to finish him off. He needed that, because I think he was about to break that ankle tackle.
Yeah, if they don't get his ankles right there,
Right.
bye-bye.
He was gone. So nice job, Jake Niels.
7 minutes remaining in this very quick first quarter. Jenkins again trying the right side. Good for 4 yards. Well, you see what they did last week. It was a very impressive score against the Pier, 46-7. I think
Right.
a lot of people saw that that box score and went,
What?
wow, look
Yeah.
at this Neenah team.
Yeah. Well, they really got a taste of it last year. I mean, they were a good football team. And I got to tell you, playing in that conference, when you're one of the top teams, you're good. There's no other way to put it. You're big and you're good.
And even Oven, left side.
Did a nice job
He's got
reading.
some room.
He's gone.
Goodbye. Touchdown Rockets. Even Oven with his second touchdown of the game.
Did a great job. Made that one cut. Once he got into daylight, he took the cut. He took the right route, and that was a wide open lane to the end zone. One more time. Follows his blocker. Jenkins was his blocker, and he takes it the distance. Wow. Is he having a first half?
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Grant Dean with the extra point, and the Neenah Rockets now lead
Shockingly.
14-0.
For this quick. Wow.
You're watching Showdown. Well, John,
Yes, Teddy.
6:19 remaining in this first quarter, and Neenah has been very impressive. Just explosive plays so far against that Blue Jay defense.
Yeah, but on the other side, extremely impressive on defense. I mean, they really bottled up Korth and that offense in that first series. So this is a big series right now for Menasha, just to kind of establish a little something, get something going on the ground, get their bread and butter with Korth and his running backs, but they need to get some mojo going right here, right now. These can slip away. But wow, that offense for Neenah right now is just really finding the holes.
So it'll be Grant Dean. A couple of extra point kicks tonight. Now kicking off for the Rockets. And this one will be picked up.
7.
And Parker hit hard about the 27-yard line. Tonight's Showdown game is brought to you in part by our friends at McMahon's of Luxembourg. Quality furniture at reasonable prices, where the best home for our furniture is yours. 14-0. Neenah Rockets leading the Menasha Blue Jays, and we saw these two teams last year. First half was very competitive.
Very competitive. And then the lightning gods opened up on us, and game was delayed till the next day, which we couldn't do because you had a Packer game going at the same time. So it's a pretty crazy day.
I don't think we have to worry about lightning tonight.
No, this is just the most perfect night you could ever ask for football.
So A.J. Korth keeps it himself. Nice run. Good for about 8 yards.
Yep, very
for the
nice job.
senior.
Could have been one of those gains of about 4, and he picked up 4 extra. Neenah's defense has been so tough to start out this ball game.
Get a look at their starters tonight. And trying to contain a fantastic senior quarterback in A.J. Korth. And he's a difficult one. You always have to have a spy on a guy
no
like
question.
that.
Yep. And his eyes are always someplace else, reading a defense. You can tell he's a real student of the game, obviously.
Korth looking left, lets this one fly, and a nice ball, but overshoots the receiver. That's a long pass.
That was a long pass, and he made it look effortless, but that's the exact same play they had the pass interference call on their last series. So he's not afraid to try to loosen up that secondary a little bit. So 3rd and 2 from the 38. It's a big play for Menasha right now.
Third down and fighting for that first down. He's got it. Yep. They'll move the chains on that one. So nothing easy coming right now for the Jays.
Trevor McGinnis making the stop. Interesting story about him, right, Teddy?
Yeah, coach was telling us that he's really putting the foundation into the new school, the new field over there, literally putting the foundation in.
He's number right there making that tackle, number 24. He works construction from 6 in the morning till 1 and then comes to practice. But he's literally laying concrete and laying blocks and bricks and everything like that. So he's helped building the new school.
Trevor McGinnis. Handoff this time, and
Parker
Boy, that defense is right there.
And
a
a late
comes
flag.
in late. So
Very late.
They're getting a face mask.
Against Neenah.
So that's going to help out the Blue Jays here.
Face mask.
Trying to make their way across midfield for the first time of the game, up to the 48 again, about where their other drive stalled last time.
Yeah, it was a late call.
Yeah, really late. The play was almost over when I saw the flag come flying in. So it brings up a first. Yeah, full first down from the 48.
No, I don't think
Well,
so.
no, now they're stopped. Hang on. Yep.
Get the chain straightened out here. I don't think it's a first down. I don't think they should be. Yeah, I don't think you're moving the chains there on that one. But
Okay, so it will be first down. Well, now they're stopping it again. Hang on a second, Teddy. So what they've got marked right now is first down and 3.
and they just stop it just to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Okay.
We got this right? Yes, they do.
Okay, so first down and 3 for Menasha.
Korth.
Parker
Hands off.
stopped again. Boy, this defense, I'm telling you, for Neenah, really doing a great job coming up that time. Sam Shear, number 4, coming up and making the stop. Shear, 6'1", 210-pound defensive lineman. These defensive ends have really been doing a nice job for Neenah on defense, not allowing anything to the outside.
Well, we've seen a couple of deep balls here by Korth, but it hasn't loosened up the defense.
No,
at
it
all.
really hasn't. Not with those defensive
They're
linemen
staying home.
especially. They're staying home, and they're coming after him. So actually a little bit of a loss on the play. Wouldn't be shocked if he put it in the air, to be honest with you. Try to loosen him up a little bit more.
Yeah, and they're going to send Alex Bradley.
Wide to the right.
Yeah, he's an outstanding receiver, all-conference receiver last year in the FVA.
It'll be Korth, misdirection.
He's got the
Gets
first
the
down.
first down. Tell you
That's-
what.
you can exhale there a little bit if you're
Yeah.
a Blue Jay fan.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. Tell you what, there's some hitting taking place out there in the interior line. There's some hitting.
I
So
imagine these guys know each other
Oh,
pretty
man.
well, living in towns next to each other.
even over the years, basketball years and years ago, how great it was. And Armstrong Fieldhouse, what a great play. We did a lot of great plays to call a basketball game. We did numerous games there. And, of course, a state championship returned to that Fieldhouse this year.
Yeah, the boys were outstanding this year. They've got a really good girls basketball team as well. Yeah, things going well here in
Neenah.
Neenah.
And they're going well here tonight.
Leading 14-0. First down from the 46 of the
Parker.
Rockets.
Sam Shear again with the stop, number 4. Parker with a good gain. That's his biggest gain of the ball game. Gain of about 6. Was up to the 42-yard line.
When you talk about the size of some of these Neenah guys, the same thing on the other sidelines. You see Jeremy Korth
Yeah.
and his team out there. He's got some good size
Oh,
along
no
that
question.
line as well.
Dietzen just moved back into the ball game for Neenah. He's on the inside there. He's 6'2", 255. Big senior defensive lineman.
Of course, these schools play in different conferences these days.
So it's great that they still play non-conference. I think it's wonderful.
Well, the coaches know each other very well.
Yep.
They want to make sure they keep this rivalry going.
Korth stacked up that time. Hudson Tamulin with another tackle. He's been playing a good ball game. Blake Deason also in there. They just clogged up all the lanes. Watch, Teddy. Just clog the lanes right there. Come up and fill. Number 9, Aiden Carey was the first one to read it.
Another
So
third and
nothing
long
coming
three.
easy. I was just going to say, they're moving the football, but it is not easy. Although I think we can say we're in 4-down territory now, don't you?
You know, I haven't gone out on a limb yet this season.
You haven't gone out on the limb in 6 years. Okay? Way to play it safe, Teddy. 6
That's why I've got
years.
you, my friend.
People have been counting.
So Korth will try it again. Pretty much same
Nothing.
play we saw in the last 3rd and 3.
Yep. Taken down that time, Darius Jones, number 91. Getting some help from Connor Briones.
And now we will find out if
Yeah,
it's a
we will.
4th down territory, and I think they are going.
Those, that down marker just doesn't move too far downfield after plays. It's just going back and forth. Yard gain, yard lost. You know, he was throwing a slant pattern in pregame that was really impressive. Just that quick drop, and just a quick slant for about this much yardage.
Haven't seen it yet.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised. They're going trips wide receiver on the right side. So 3 wide receivers on the right side.
4th and 3. Korth has room, has the first down, gets out of bounds.
Ooh, kind of a late hit. No call. Well, they obviously went with the misdirection. Had the 3 wide receivers on the right side, and Korth didn't even look that way. He just turned his head to the left, did a nice job. Got the first down.
Little pop there.
Yeah.
Just to remind you, I'm here.
So on the 23-yard line, as they put together their best drive so far of the ball game in the late stages of the first half. You know, Korth is one of those guys, too, pretty well put together. 6 foot, about 180, 185. Solid ball player.
I don't see too many guys that aren't solid.
No, well, with weight rooms these days. I remember when I was that age, they used to say, well, you can't lift weights, you get muscle bound.
We don't have to worry about that, do we?
Not anymore.
Korth again, good for 3.
But, I mean, some of these, even like last week when we saw the story in Kiwani's weight room, you know, a smaller school type thing compared to, you know, Neenah, which has 2,000 students or whatever. Just really impressive. And these strength coaches are really talented. So it's a different breed of athlete that plays high school football these days.
I imagine that new school will have a couple of new pieces of weightlifting equipment.
Yeah, think.
They'll have a new turf field.
Yeah.
Next season.
So big-time things happening here in Neenah.
They get this playoff here, final seconds of
3 wide receivers again. Excuse me, Teddy, didn't mean to interrupt, but 3 wide receivers again to the right side. Last time they ran misdirection out of this formation.
Korth, little screen pass, and nothing.
Yeah,
going
nothing
for
there.
A
little bit of the bubble screen.
Well,
really well played by Neenah. Once again, number 82, Connor Briones getting over there.
First quarter, nothing coming easy for the Blue Jays tonight, but the Rockets with a couple of big plays and a couple of early touchdowns. Neenah leads Menasha 14-0 after 1 quarter of play.
Well, Ted, like we said before, they are moving the chains. They are putting together a nice drive, but everything is so hard. It's like they need one big play on every series to really get that first down.
Hey, by the way, Down in Distance tonight brought to you by Gandrud West Mason Value Center, offering quality vehicles at one low price and competitive financing options. Purchase with confidence from Gandrud West Mason.
And what Neenah's doing is something you mentioned earlier. They're staying home. They're not going for the fakes. They know their assignments. They're staying there. They're reading their keys.
So we start the second quarter with Korth. Right side has a little bit of room. And maybe about a 5-yard pickup there. So it's going to bring up 4th and 2. Long one, maybe 2.
Trevor McGinnis on the stop again that time for Neenah. 21-yard line, 4th down.
Yeah, you don't need the weight room if you're out there in construction.
Laying bricks and things? No question. Think he sleeps pretty well at night?
I think so.
Especially these 85-degree days we've been having.
Construction right into football practice.
That's incredible.
Think about that. Bradley will split wide to the left this time. The only receiver in the set. Parker sits next to Korth in the backfield. Korth looks to that left side. They just missed a tackle. I think they had him for a loss.
They did.
Korth was able to get by.
Yeah, they had him for a loss. He was following a big fullback. Big number 43 was kind of leading the way for him. But he did. He got rid of that one tackler. Korth did on his own to get that first down.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson.
Yep. But they did have a chance to get him in the backfield. Or at least short of the first down. So first down on the 17-ish. About that, huh?
Sitting inside the Gallagher's red zone. Trying to get on to the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Fresh set of downs. Parker. And through the middle. Oh, one man to beat and a good wrap up. That time it was Jack Zemlock that stopped Parker and prevented that touchdown.
And for the second play in a row, they had number 43, Ryan Johnson, the fullback, leading the way for him. See 43 right there? helped him with that initial hole. Pretty good pop coming up there from the secondary.
Yeah, Zemlock. He was
Jack
the last line of defense.
Yeah, he was. Gave him a pop, but still had to hang on. Brought him down. It's a good play on both sides. So 2-yard line from this angle.
So 1st and goal from the 2, and Parker is in for the touchdown, Blue Jays.
That time he followed Jake Niels, number 30, big fullback. He followed him into the hole. So he kept the red shirts off him initially, and Parker didn't have to do much after that, but he gets the Menasha Blue Jays on the board. That was an impressive drive, and not just with Korth, but Parker really carried the load in that drive. And that's what they needed.
So Sandbland set on for the extra point. And that is good. 14-7. The Blue Jays strike early in the second quarter as we take another look. Parker in for the Blue Jays. It's a 7-point lead, though, for the Rockets. So 14-7. Menasha gets a little bit closer here, and again, we keep saying, hey, nothing's come easy for the Blue Jays, but hey, they just went to work on that drive and got the job done.
Correct me if I'm wrong. 3 4th down conversions?
Yeah, there were
on
several.
that drive?
There were several.
And one was after they had a 1st and 3, and they ended up having to go for it on 4th down. But once again, a cool event they're doing here. They're raising money for a veterans cause. It's our red, white, and blue game. They started it last year in Menasha. Both coaches, really great friends. And that's one of the things that brought this rivalry back together. The coaches just basically called each other and said, we need to play. And that was it.
And help veterans in the area.
Exactly.
Several veterans on the coaching staffs of each team.
So really neat organization, selling T-shirts, behalf of the veterans tonight, 50-50s going into it, all those sorts of things. So it's an honor to be here for a night like that.
Without a doubt.
And great football.
So Glenn set with a kickoff. Little
Squib.
pooch here that'll go out of bounds at about the 38-yard line.
That looked intentional. They were trying to surprise. Yep, they were trying to pull in over Neenah. That wasn't a miss kick.
Hey, tonight's instant replay brought to you by our friends at Simon's Cheese. You can experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese, Little Chute.
Love Simon's Cheese. Love it.
Yeah, I was there last week.
And?
Stopped by for the grilled cheese deluxe. Yeah.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Well, they've got the deli back there, too. So, I mean, you can pick up all kinds of stuff to take home, but they've also, doing pizzas back there and grilled cheese sandwiches. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the grilled cheese.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you.
Well, you can get it with 1 cheese or 3 different.
Oh, I'm going 3.
Yeah.
I'm going 3.
You can't go wrong.
How's the bread? Bread good?
It's delicious.
Toasted? Obviously, right?
It's the marble.
Marble?
Yeah.
Marble rye?
Yeah. Wow. Delish.
You got me thinking, buddy. You got me thinking. These diets are overrated.
Yeah. So here come the Rockets. Their first play from scrimmage here in the second quarter, and they're already at midfield sitting at their own 49-yard line.
Yep. Jenkins with the carry. As we mentioned, Jenkins last week had a huge game against De Pere. So 2nd and 3 from the 49, their own 49-yard line. 2 members of the team, of the football team, were on that state championship basketball team last year.
Coy Rosette. Rosat.
Yep, and Jackson Schloman. Jenkins again pushing the pile, carrying the pile.
Yeah, more than enough
40-yard line. Yes. It's amazing the athletes that have gone on to different colleges here, though. Coach Young, we were talking to him before the ball game, has 4 sons that are currently playing football. 4 sons that are currently playing football. Isn't that something? Joe plays safety for St. Norbert. Sam plays safety for North Dakota State. Matt plays corner for Mankato State. And Luke plays safety here for Neenah.
Yeah, sophomore on this Neenah Rocket team.
Jenkins.
Good for another
Juan
6 yards.
With the stop. And Altobelli. We had some Altobellis in the UP.
In the UP.
In the UP, we had some Altobellis.
Yeah.
Good ones.
Yeah.
One was really great. Played at Michigan State. Dean Altobelli. Did you ever hear of him? Escanaba?
Don't remember that one.
No? Okay.
What year was that?
80s?
80s.
Yes.
That was a big year.
80s was a big year.
2nd and 4, and another first down for the Rockets. Wow.
Yeah, they're really blasting some holes in this defensive line right now for Menasha. They're just coming out, just firing. They're not doing anything fancy. I mean, pretty much everything has been between the tackles, but the big plays then bounced outside of the tackles. So another first down. Take it down to the 34.
Jenkins. It's off that right guard. Again, just moving the chains, another 4-yard pickup. So here they're picking up 4, 6, 7 yards at a time.
Right. Yep, they really are.
Pretty tough to stop.
Well, last year, Korth averaged over 8 yards a carry. So, I mean, that just goes to show you what Neenah's defense has been doing to him tonight. Averaged 8.5 yards a carry. Jenkins, the time they stacked it up for little to no gain.
The fans looking at maybe a little extracurricular there.
Nazir Anderson helps make the stop. Well, yeah, I see that. I think what he was trying to do was knock the ball out, and people thought it was more of a swing.
The fans trying to help out a little bit.
Hey.
When don't they?
Absolutely. Great crowd on hand here tonight. Menasha traveled really well, the 2 miles or whatever it took. But even Hoven, wow. Flag comes down. Did a nice job. Well, it was a holding call.
Yeah, a lot of scrambling in those situations.
And you don't know where your quarterback is. You know what I mean? Sometimes you
try not to grab somebody.
Yeah.
Easier said than done.
Absolutely.
From this spot.
71 there. Lawrence Reel for Neenah.
Got holding on the offense.
34.
10 yards from the spot of the fall.
So, yeah, Neenah still
We're going
has
to
some
repeat
size.
3rd down.
71. It's a big fella.
10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. It'll be marked at the 42-yard line.
So that'll back them up 10. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 19.
Second or third?
Third. Excuse me, third.
So we haven't seen them put the ball in the air. That was the first time we saw them even attempt to put it in the air. So you see what they've got for a 3rd and long play.
Well, when you have the success they've had.
Yeah.
We're going to make you stop
Why
us
would
first.
you? Exactly. No question.
Just under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Van Evenhoven, maybe a broken play there. Turned around, didn't have anybody home. Now throws that one, and that is picked off. And he's on the ground, so that's where it'll be spotted. On the interception, the Blue Jays get the ball back and stop the Rockets from advancing.
Not a great decision. He was double-teamed. This one kind of got floated up there. Did he make that catch?
Made the catch.
Made the catch. Ernesto Rodriguez-Anderson. Nice job.
Let's actually keep it here. Let's keep it here, guys. Let's keep it here. Both teams are on the field now. I'll try to squeeze in our 30-second breaks as quick as we can, but these teams are getting out here pretty quick, John.
Yeah, they really are. I thought they called the play on the sideline right away and ran. We're going to run to the line of scrimmage, kind of catch Neenah on their heels. But a great job by Ernesto Rodriguez-Anderson that time, hauling that one in, not letting it touch the turf. So the first turnover of the ball game.
And a big break for the Blue Jays. So they've got the ball sitting on their own 18-yard line.
Korth just takes it up the middle. You know what this kind of reminds me of, this Menasha offense, Ted? Remember a few years ago we did the game in Pulaski. I think it was Pulaski against Bayport. And that quarterback for Pulaski, I think he went to North Dakota State to play. Remember he basically...
The quarterback?
You remember that?
The running back.
The running back. That's why he's huge. He's like 6'4", 220.
Yeah. We'll see Pulaski next week. It'll be, I would imagine, the same thing.
Same type of offense,
They love to run the ball.
Yep.
So a pickup of 4 brings up 2nd and 6. Korth, left side, has the first down.
Another nice run by Korth. Boy, he gets that sideline in a hurry. Coy Rozit coming up to make the tackle that time.
We're seeing this Blue Jay offense get a little more comfortable right now.
I agree. totally agree with you. Yep. Seems like they've settled in. They're doing their bread and butter. I'd love to get a score on before halftime. If you joined us late, first play of the game, Neenah quarterback.
From scrimmage.
From scrimmage. Yes, I'm sorry. Not well. The kickoff went out of bounds.
That's right.
So it was the first physical play of the game. Evan Van Den Evenholm taking it 65 yards for the touchdown. Not much there that time for Korth. Gets up to about the 35.
I'm not saying there's any pressure next week on Pulaski and DePere to score in the very first play of the game next week.
But if you want to be a part of Showdown, you got to consider it. Think about it. Think about it. 2nd and 8. Yeah, you were talking a little bit about that Neenah basketball team last year. I forget which game it was. The last second shot was incredible. What a run they put together.
Just building that program back up, and
yep.
I believe 4th overall state title, first since '78.
But they've had some great teams over the years, and some heartbreaking losses at state.
Yeah. Korth looking downfield and will toss it. And that's
intercept.
Dropped. Oh my
Connor
goodness.
Briones had it in his hands, just dropped it. That has to hurt. Mm-hmm. Korth had a lot of time, and I'm kind of surprised he made that throw. I didn't really see a receiver open at all. Did you, Ted?
I'm not sure if he was thinking somebody was coming back on that,
Something.
but it was well off the mark.
Right. And you could see he's got that strong arm, so in his mind, he knew what he was doing, but somehow it just misfired.
Yeah, Briones had an interception last week. Missed out on an opportunity here with 4:36 remaining in the first half. So Korth goes back to work.
Quarterback draw, not much at all. Drop short.
Well, and a 4th down coming up here in their own territory. So I'm not sure.
No, they're going to punt it.
Yeah, you don't want to mess around here against this Rocket offense.
That was Luke Young who came up and made that stop from a safety position for Neenah. Just a sophomore. Here's one more time. It's a nice job coming up from the safety spot. So his clock just keeps running. 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Korth will do the punting.
So you always got to keep an eye out for that. But I think you're pretty deep in your own territory here. Good snap, and Korth will get this one off. Another boomer fielded at the 30-yard line, and that's where Neenah will take over when we come back. This is Showdown.
Gandred West Mason Value Center makes navigating today's used car market easy. Find only quality pre-owned vehicles on our lot, safety inspected and reconditioned for the roads ahead. Our non-commissioned sales staff help you maintain your budget goals by guiding you to the right vehicle at one low price. And we help you stay on track by offering competitive financing options. It's that easy. Purchase your next vehicle with confidence from Gandred West Mason Value Center.
3:43 remaining in the first half. Get a look at the Neenah sideline. Rockets with a 14-7 lead. They get the ball back here. Their sophomore quarterback goes back to work. They give it to Jenkins.
Look out!
Jenkins got some room on the near side to the 50.
One
now
man.
the 40. And gets by him. Goodbye. 20-10 touchdown. Chase Jenkins.
70-yard touchdown run by Jenkins. 70 yards. So they have a 65-yard touchdown on the books, and they have a 70-yard touchdown on the books. Here it is one more time. Just a dive up the middle. One chance, and he breaks the tackle. Takes it the distance. Wow. What an impressive performance by this Neenah offense tonight. This is incredible.
And the extra point by Grant Dean is good. So 21-7. Neenah bounces right back with their first score of the second quarter. It's 21-7 Rockets. Well, John, you talked about a beautiful night here for week 2, late August. And what a game we've got here. 21-7, big time plays between the Blue Jays and the Rockets.
No question about it. I mean, you knew that Neenah had the big play capabilities on the ground, but I'll tell you what, I didn't expect to see their defense shut down this Menasha offense as well as they have. I mean, they've throttled them. They really and truly have, unlike hardly any teams ever do. Like I said, they're number one in the state, Division III, and I realize they probably get, about 900 Menasha students. Neenah has 2,000.
Well, you're playing up a couple divisions.
You're playing up a couple divisions, so yeah. But physically last year, they matched up with them. And right now, it's that Neenah defense that is really winning that battle.
Fielded at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Blue Jays will start. Let's go back and take a look at that touchdown run by Jace Jenkins.
Well, there it is. That's the option. It's kind of like a veer tendency. He's reading that outside defender. And if the outside defender kind of floats, then he'll take it the distance, and that's what he did. Wow. Big play offense on the ground. But again, like I said last week, Menasha, they rushed for over 500 yards. Or excuse me, Neenah rushed for over 500 yards in that game last week and didn't put it in the air hardly at all. So they've got something working there.
That's what the Blue Jays have here with 3:26 remaining in the second quarter.
Plenty of time.
Korth.
Oh, another one almost intercepted.
Yeah, tried the little lob pass
there
in coverage.
I don't think his coach or his dad's going to be happy with that one. That was a dangerous one. Some red shirts.
Yeah.
So the defense for Neenah, once again, he's had plenty of time. He had like 5 seconds back there that time, and there was nobody running free in a white uniform.
Yeah, and I think if you're Menasha right now, it's a 14-point game, but still sitting here in the second quarter, you don't want to make a mistake here.
No.
It's going to put you down by 3. Still a lot of time here. Take care of business and see if you can get some points.
You don't want to give the ball back to that Neenah offense.
2nd and 10. Korth takes a look at his trips to the right and then races for the first down.
So he goes with that misdirection. That's twice they've done that, Ted, with the trips on one side, hoping to lull the defense that way, and then he goes exactly the other side. At least that time he looked that way and then took it up the middle. One of the other times he had trips to the right and then just ran himself just an end around the opposite end.
It's amazing how many sports you can use a head fake to get that defense.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Just take a look.
Oh, my gosh.
Sell it.
In basketball, I had the greatest head fake ever.
Did you?
Oh, it was legendary. I'm not even kidding you.
You know what?
Because I would sell it with my expression.
I believe you.
Yes.
I believe you that time.
Thank you.
Korth, nowhere to go. Nope.
Well, now he does.
Bounces it to the left and
that's
a first down.
That's a Korth run there. That's a tough 12-yard run right there.
They had him stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, they certainly did. And it's almost the exact same play, Ted. Watch. He's got trips to the right, takes it, looks over to the right-hand side, and then just breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle there. That's more of what we've seen of him over his years here. So that was a big first down.
Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Blue Jays on the move. They need some points heading in to the intermission. Again, we go trips to the right this time.
But he runs the sweep.
And
still on
down.
his feet inside the 30 down to about the 18-yard line.
There is a flag on the play, though, John.
Yep, over on that sideline, and it will be a hold against Menasha. So that will bring that one back and wipe out a big gain for Menasha Blue Jays. He was down to about the 20-yard line. So we'll see how far back this one brings them. So bringing it all the way back to the all the way back to the 48-yard line. So from where that Korth had ended up to here is about 40 yards. So 1st and 16 now for Menasha. And that clock's not doing them any favors now.
Kind of the same setup, though.
Yep, trips to the right again. They've been going with that for about 4 plays in a row.
Bauer Shimmick, that lone receiver to the left. This time they look to the right. And that is
knocked away
up.
beautifully. What a big breakup that time, and number 26. Jack Zemlock.
Called his name a few times tonight.
Certainly
Watch this.
have. It was good coverage. You can see the defensive back at great. Then just a great play. Wow, that was fantastic. Go up a really good receiver, Ty Schwarzkopf. That was textbook coverage, wasn't it?
Made the adjustment mid-air.
Right there, and then just knocked it down. Big play by that young man.
Zemlock, a senior. 7 tackles last week.
You got to be a good tackling name like Zemlock, don't you?
Sure. Second down, and Korth back to the line of
It's
scrimmage.
about, 5 or 6. Up to the 41. We'll bring up 3rd and 9. Jarius Jones in once again on that stop. What a great setting, though, huh, Ted? I mean, just look at this. What a beautiful setting with the woods behind us here, and just a great spot for football, and huge crowd for Menasha.
And Neenah.
Well, yeah, but you expect that, but wow, Menasha really loaded the bleachers.
And Korth
Made a
dancing.
man miss. He's
Man.
going to pay for it.
And one man to beat, and that man pushes him out of bounds. And
How many times we said this? He could have been stopped short of the first down, and he some way willed his way for a big gain of 24 down to the 17-yard line. Big knockout right there. Or he had a chance to go. So now with a minute 20 to go, on the 17-yard line.
that puts him in the Gallagher's Pizza red zone.
That was
Fresh set of downs.
huge to overcome that penalty. Just huge.
They like that formation once again. Korth.
About 5. Down to about the 13-yard line. And a timeout called by Menasha. So Menasha's first timeout called.
So during the timeout, it'll give us a chance to thank some of our sponsors, including Lamer's Bus Line. You know they're hiring safe and friendly school bus drivers for daily routes and after-school athletics. Lamer's offers increased hourly wages and bonuses up to $2,400 each year. Visit golamers.com/careers to apply.
You seem like you'd be a good bus driver. You know,
think so.
you're very
do you mean
detailed.
in the student section,
Yeah.
doing the crowd?
Right.
Bus driver? Or do you
No,
mean
really,
physically?
Lamers.
Yeah.
I could see you doing that. How do you think I'd be?
It might be a crabby. I could see you being a crabby bus driver.
No, I'd be the bus driver all the kids liked.
You would be?
Yeah.
Mr. Mino.
Absolutely. Our director just said something that we won't repeat.
You can't say that
No.
on the air.
Thanks
Yeah.
a lot, Kyle. So here we go. It's been just bread and butter for Menasha with the Korth show.
2nd and 6. 2nd and 7 for the Blue Jays. Go with what brought you here.
Oh,
to the
boy.
right, high snap, and Korth is going to try to pick it up, and then he's brought down. That's a dangerous play. I thought Korth might just fall
I
on
did
it.
too. I thought he should have. Yeah, but Young came in and made the stop once again. That was absolutely huge. Yep, they did not need that right there. And again, what a great play by Young. You know, Ted, earlier, in fact, the man that scored the first touchdown from Menasha, Ty Carlson, was getting a lot of carries. Haven't seen him in the game. They're going more with the big fullback.
Yep.
But Carlson had a great series on his last series and taking it in for the touchdown. So 3rd and about 15 now. Or I'm sorry, Chase Parker. So I meant.
Well, trailing by 14 here.
With a 3rd and 15, how much time we got? 32 seconds. Got to go in the air.
They
No
do have
question.
another timeout, though. So you've
I
got
think they have
another
2 more, don't they? Or just 1? Just 1 more?
Nope, I think they've got 1 more. They called.
Oh,
the
that's right.
previous-
Yep.
Yeah, they've
Yep.
already called 2. So
Yep.
we got to change our timeout markers on our bar. That's what messed you up there, John.
I know. I know. The Neenah fans having kind of a whiteout here tonight. See that? A lot of them are in tennis garb.
Yeah.
What's up with that? With the tennis
I
garb?
don't know about
Okay.
the tennis garb. I thought maybe it was just more of a white
I know, but I see a lot of tennis gear. I've seen a lot of it.
Okay.
It's a great tennis facility.
Well,
I mean, this
could
is
be a
legendary.
lot of tennis players here.
Absolutely.
We're right next to a tennis facility.
Great
you know.
ones.
So back to action we go. No more tennis talk. 1:04 to play. A third down for the Jays. Korth.
Nope, bounced it. Yep. Had his man run a square out right at the marker. But Korth bounced it in front of him. They did have a chance, though. The receiver did get open when he made his cut. But I'll tell you what, we're talking about the strong arm. That is a tough one, throwing a frozen rope at about 20 yards across the field. So, 4th and 15. Here we go. You know, they've run that trips quite a bit, or they've come out in the trips formation, and they're doing it again here. And is there a timeout called by Neenah?
Yeah, Steve Young will take the timeout.
Yep. Okay. Saw that formation, decided to call a timeout, check with his defensive backs.
Little chess here.
Yeah, no question.
And again, show your hand. You mentioned these two guys knowing each other so well. They spent quite a bit of time talking before the game. And
I took a great picture of those two before the game, their arms around each other. And, I mean, when they get together, it's like two old friends getting together, not two guys that, you know, try to beat each other's brains in once a year.
Teachers of the Year this week. Congratulations to Elementary School Teacher of the Year, Kip Farr from Clayton Elementary. Middle School Teacher of the Year.
well, while we have a moment, show everyone
there you
the
go.
old smile cam.
Isn't that tennis garb?
Could be.
Kind of.
Sort
Sort of.
Smile cam brought to you by North Star Dental Group. Changing your life by changing your smile.
Some good-looking smiles out here tonight.
Yeah.
Very good-looking smiles. But there won't be one on Coach Korth at halftime, I don't believe.
Do not look at the clock. There we go.
Right.
Look at the clock.
Yep.
59 seconds remaining in this first half. So a 4th down for the Blue Jays, trying to keep this drive alive or find 7 points to the air, and that is going to be picked off. Coy Razat with the interception, and flags come in after the play.
Yep, just stepped right in front of the receiver. Had great coverage, stepped in front of him, made the interception. But there were 2 flags right afterwards. Personal foul face mask against Menasha. So big way to end the first half, if in fact that did end the first half with this Neenah offense, who knows, with 51 seconds left to play.
Well, I think you got some time here.
Now you bet, and you're moving it further out.
I would not expect a knee here.
A personal
not at
foul
all.
after the interception.
Not at all.
15-yard penalty.
Though was it
First
last
down.
year? There's about 4 times I said the team was going to take a knee, and you're like, I don't think so. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I know you do.
Another look.
Good protection once again. Just a nice job on the defensive back. Oh, yeah, face mask right there on the tackle. Razat, the big play. Up the middle is Jenkins. Gain of about 4. Let's see how many. It's what, Neenah has 2 timeouts left, right?
Yes. They won't stop the clock here, so.
Right. As I mentioned, they don't throw it a lot.
And being this deep in your own territory, I'm not sure you're going to see that. You don't
No.
want to see a mistake
No.
at the end of the
Like Menasha's
Yeah.
with that snap. I mean, that killed that entire drive right there.
Yeah. So a penalty here against the Rockets will back them up a little bit. Now you may just see that clock tick away here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Is it just me, or is it a little bit dark here? Should it be brighter? Yes or no? Lighting-wise?
I think it's nice.
Do you? Okay.
I think it's.
All right. I'm just saying.
Tell you what, we'll build a new stadium for you next year, and well, brand new lights for you, Jimmy.
Okay. All right. Maybe it's
Just
just
for
me.
you.
Maybe I'm getting old. Who knows?
Van Eveno
hit as he
takes
throws.
a hit, and that's caught at the 50.
What a beautiful catch that time. Going up and made it is Grant Dean.
And Neenah will use a
Call
timeout.
timeout.
Here. So 3 seconds remaining in the half, and Steve Young says, you know what? We're gonna take a shot.
Let's
see what...
think about this.
Well, we've talked about this for years. Huge difference. Not just 7 points, but to go from 14 to 21 in a game.
Yeah.
From 2 scores to 3 scores makes it extremely difficult. And, of course, Steve Young knows that.
And that's why that was such
7 more on the board.
Such a huge stop for the Neenah defense here at that other end.
Yeah. And if you're the Blue Jays, you are just trying to survive here for 3 seconds.
Absolutely. You know, I think having to stop Neenah was the last thing on their mind when they had the ball with about 59 seconds left to go in the first half and deep in Neenah territory.
Well, what do you got here? You got some explosive running backs. You're going to try to go to the air. You're going to defensively.
Menasha's down at the 15-yard line, their deepest safeties.
Van
Evenhoven is going to go down. That's going to be it for the first half. Fun first half.
Absolutely. We saw some great plays by both teams, but it is the Neenah Rockets with a 21-7 lead over the Menasha Blue Jays. It is halftime, and you're watching Showdown on TV 32. It is halftime in Neenah, where the Rockets lead the Blue Jays of Menasha 21-7. Ted Stefaniak, John Mino with you for week 2 of the high school football season, and what a beautiful night it's been. A huge game so far for the Rockets.
Huge game, huge crowd, and you know, it's a huge time for Neenah. They're going to have a new high school, they're going to have a new football stadium, new basketball facility. This is a very interesting fall season for the folks in this community.
Without a doubt. It's already a beautiful stadium, but things are going to be upgraded next season. And to talk a little bit more about that, we bring in our sideline reporter tonight, Olivia Acree. Sideline reporter tonight, she is the NBC 26 community reporter for the cities of Neenah and Menasha. And I know, Olivia, you spent a lot of time talking to folks about this brand new stadium coming up.
That's right. After this season, Neenah football and the high school will enter a new era. I got to visit the stadium and the new high school site last week to learn about some of its improvements. This season marks a bittersweet end for Neenah's Rocket Stadium.
We've been playing at Rocket Stadium since the early 80s.
After decades of games, it's the end of one era and the beginning of another.
Next year, we're going over to our new school with a new stadium.
And plans for the new stadium are bigger and brighter than the last.
There's a lot of excitement about our new school and our new athletic facilities that we think are as nice as any athletic facilities throughout the state of Wisconsin.
A new place for thousands of people to watch Neenah athletics.
Not only the 3,500 seats for the grandstand area, but there'll be a lot of places for people to stand and walk during athletic events.
The new stadium will have 500 additional seats, a patio for standing room, and double the concession stands.
The facility was truly designed with both the fan experience and the student-athlete experience in mind.
But right now, the eyes of Neenah football aren't on next season, but the next game.
So the last time Neenah and Menasha will ever play at Rocket Stadium.
One last rivalry game at the current stadium. By fall of 2023, the new stadium will be ready for Neenah athletics and their fans.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing that, Olivia. And we also want to welcome you to Wisconsin. You've been here for about a month now, coming over from the state of Kansas. So we welcome you. And how's it been going so far? What are we going to be seeing from you more and more as you keep appearing here on NBC 26 News?
Well, thank you for the welcome. Yeah, so I am the dedicated neighborhood reporter for Neenah and Menasha. So I will be primarily in these areas telling you what's going on in these two cities. Should be pretty busy here in the fall with all of the athletics. I hear that's pretty important in this area, and lots of fun stuff for us to talk about in Neenah and Menasha.
Olivia, are you a Chiefs fan?
I actually refuse to comment.
Good answer, Olivia.
Who's a better quarterback, Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers?
I refuse to comment even more.
Perfect.
All right. Well, we'll let you go, Olivia. Thank you for that report. We'll check in with you in a little bit. It is halftime. No more grilling the reporters.
Sorry.
Come on, man. Neenah with a 14-point lead over Menasha. The halftime continues after this timeout. This is TV 32. 14-point lead for Neenah over Menasha, week 2 of the high school football season. Ted Stefaniak, John Mino with you. And, we expected to see two really good teams, and we are seeing two really good teams, a Division I team, a top 10 team in Neenah. Menasha comes in basically ranked number 1 in Division III. I think you see a little bit of the difference in the two divisions, but you know what? Two really good teams.
Yeah, and again, obviously after 1 week of the season, it's pretty tough to put any really stock in rankings or anything like that. Everybody's playing non-conference games for the most part. But this Menasha team last year, I thought was going to win the state championship. I thought that was, like I mentioned, one of the best D3 teams I'd ever seen. But this Neenah team tonight is much improved over the Neenah team we saw last year. Wouldn't you say?
I would say so. It's going to be a very interesting season in the Fox Valley Association as we move through the rest of this regular season. All right, we've got to take another timeout. And it is halftime here as the Neenah Rocket Band entertaining the fans here at Rocket Stadium. It's halftime, and you're watching Showdown.
Alright everybody, Grandma couldn't make it today. She put me in charge. It's so easy. The kid can do it.
As long as we remember, if you're gonna sell to us.
It's the NBC 26th Day of Giving, and you can help fight hunger insecurity in your area by donating to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin today. I'm Olivia Acree, and I'm joined by...
I'm Jeremy Pingle. I'm the Director of Operations for the Neenah Menasha St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry.
How can donating to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin affect the Neenah community?
So we receive donations from Feeding America that allow us to support 1,000 different families a month. That includes 50 new every month that we're serving.
Thank you. And I understand that your food pantry is a little different than most. What other services do you guys offer?
So we're what's referred to as a choice pantry. Our consumers can come in and choose the items that they would like versus getting predetermined items. We also offer hygiene products, which is a little out of the normal for food pantries.
You can donate to Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin by scanning the QR code on the screen or visiting our website, nbc26.com, to donate today.
We Are Court is powered by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Tonight at 10, Friday Night Lights shine bright, highlights and stories from a day of high school football.
Plus, it looks like it'll be a beautiful start to the weekend, but storms might be on the other side. We'll time it out coming up on NBC 26 News at 10.
Newsy teams are tracking the 2022 midterm elections.
This is a heated race.
Too close to calling for the Republican nomination for U.S. Senate.
He is the frontrunner, but not by much.
And that could mean a big change across the country.
Something we're keeping an eye on ahead of the midterms is voter turnout.
Congresswoman, thank you so much for joining Newsy.
Make sure you stay with us as we monitor this developing story.
Power in the Senate and the House is on the line.
The stakes are through the roof.
Don't miss Wednesday's most watched dramas.
I knew you were the right man for this job.
You have a long, important career ahead of you.
You're safe now, I promise.
Chicago Wednesdays on NBC.
2-touchdown lead for Neenah here at halftime over Menasha. And John, I think one of the questions we had coming into this game, Neenah's got a sophomore quarterback.
Right.
How is he going to do as we take a look at those first half highlights? He answered a question pretty quickly in this one.
Evan Van Evenhoven, I'll tell you what, first play from scrimmage in the ball game. Calls his own number, gets some nice blocking right there, shakes free down the sideline, and nobody was going to touch him. He had a little bit of an escort there with Jace Jenkins, but he takes it all the way for the touchdown. 65-yard touchdown run, 10 seconds into the game. Calls his own number again, this time over on the left side. Look at this man rumble. Just an incredible first half for that young guy, taking it down one more time as Neenah jumped out to the quick lead. But how about this, Phil? This is Jenkins, 70 yards. Last week he had 251 yards rushing. This time he breaks that last tackle, takes it 70 yards for the touchdown. Menasha tried mounting some comebacks. Nothing was coming easy for them, though. They made it a 14-7 game at one point. But turnovers really caused a problem right here. This is how their drive ended real late in the first half. The interception right there by Coy Razat gets taken down. So we are getting set to start the second half.
14-point lead for the Rockets. Blue Jays looking for a comeback in the second half. That starts after this timeout. You're watching Showdown on TV 32.
You know, Simon Bauer-Schimmick was open, ran a post pattern, just misconnected with him. That could have been 6.
So Neenah takes over on downs. They go right back to work. They'll keep it on the ground, and Jace with about a yard pickup.
And some hard hitting once again, and a neck tackle, and it's a physical football game we got going on out here right now. Well, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but Menasha used up an awful lot of time on the clock with that drive. But when you're 14, and again, it kept the ball out of the hands of this Neenah offense, but when you're 14 down, you got to
some points there.
Right.
Tight formation here.
Flag. All of a sudden, we're getting a lot of flags. Legal procedure again.
Well, if you're Neenah, you can be a little more conservative here in the second half, being this late, or you want to just keep trying to do what you've been doing.
On their big plays, their 65-yard run and their 70-yard one, those were as conservative of plays as you'll ever find. So it hasn't been like they've been trying to dazzle them with some new, offensive technology or anything. They're just running their basic offense that just exploded for them. So I sure don't see any need for them to adjust or switch anything. Another tight formation. And Menasha up to the challenge that time.
Again, hitting the backfield. Back to the line of scrimmage is going to bring up 3rd and 13.
Anthony Altobelli, one of several Menasha Blue Jays in the tackle that time. So all of a sudden now Neenah, then you're right about being careful. They're right here with 3rd and about 14, fairly deep in their own territory on about the 20-yard line. This is not where you'd want any kind of a miscue. I'd say, if you have to punt and let your defense do the heavy work.
I'll let Van Evenhoven throw. And that was a bit.
Now it's dropped. Yep.
That was a bit of a dangerous pass.
That was. That's a little bit of a screen to the left. Misdirection, screen over to that left-hand side. You're right.
There were Blue Jays in the backfield.
Yeah, there were. So big stop for Menasha right there. As long as they handle it cleanly, they'll be getting the ball back again in what should be pretty good field position.
See if the Blue Jays can get a good return here. Punt returner waiting at the 35.
Lets it bounce far ahead.
Pick it up at the 37. Looking for some room.
Logan Legal.
Far sideline. And
not a bad job taking it up there to near midfield.
That's where the Jays will start. When we come back, this is Showdown. Blue Jays take over after the punt now. 3:16 remaining in the third quarter. Blue Jays trailing by 14 points in Korth. Right back to the ground. Good pickup. He's going to be close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it. And
yeah, really close to a first down. That's that little hesitation. It's a quarterback draw, but he just tries to look off the defense momentarily.
I didn't think he had it. But a nice little lunge there at the end. And the officials take a close look at that, and they do say it is a first down. So great job by Korth.
So once again in Neenah territory at the 45-yard line. Getting to be late in the third quarter, inside 3 minutes. Korth again for about 5. They'll take that. I mean, they don't need to get the huge chunks in one, but they'll take a bunch of 5-yard ones. There's still plenty of time to play, obviously, in this ball game.
Yeah, if you can get into the end zone on this drive,
right,
make it a one-score game, it's anybody's ball game at that point. But first things first.
How sore must a guy like that be after a ball game? Like a Sunday.
Just sore watching him.
Man, because you know what else takes a day kind of to really have the soreness hit in?
That might be not the situation for the younger guys, though.
Maybe not. But I'm going to need a whirlpool after this one.
Korth looking downfield.
Again, plenty of time. Has some. Oh, he misfired. He had a man wide open in the middle of the field. That was intended for Caden Massey Plowman. but that is such a tough throw. You're rolling to your left. The receiver was actually cutting to the right. That's a
throw
really
against your body.
Tough throw. Yeah, that is.
Yeah. And Caden, he had a 16-yard touchdown reception last week.
See the receiver going the opposite way, the quarterback going the other way. That's a real tough situation. So 3rd and 5 now.
Korth bounces off the pad
out
and has a first down.
Boy, again, could have been stopped short of the first down, but just keeps the legs moving. Strong runner, heady young quarterback. So another first down.
Clock stops momentarily as they move the chains and then starts
Inside
back
2
up.
minutes. Watch this, right? Well, with that first bump, could have been taken down. But he just bounces out, keeps his eyes up. So 1st and 10 from the 34.
Steady dose of Korth.
Steady dose, gained about 4. Maybe 3.5 down to the 30-yard line.
You just see him give it up to somebody else and get a break there. For
I know, I agree, but he doesn't come off the field. It's incredible.
Dad,
head coach
looks on. But they know what they got in this young guy.
Yeah, they certainly do. I could see him going to college and getting the right type of offense and just being spectacular.
So here you go with your trips to the left again.
Another flag. Boy, all of a sudden, plethora of flags. 3rd illegal procedure penalty here in the 3rd quarter for Menasha. So, again, I know I'm belaboring the point, but every drive is very difficult for them because something happens every time that they have to overcome their own mistakes. So here we go, moving back to 2nd and 12, ball in the 35. You know, he has had some receivers open in this second half, Ted. And he's misfired, but he has had some receivers that have gotten open where we didn't see that in the first half. 3 wide receivers, very wide on the left this time.
Over the middle, has a man, and it was dropped.
Had his man there, Simon Bauer-Schimmick. He went down to make the catch, but he couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, I thought he had it for a moment, John.
I did too. Yep, I did too. Just that little bit behind him.
Yeah,
he's going cross-grain. Yep.
Yeah, that would have been a sensational catch to grab that one.
Right, but you see what I'm saying? They are having receivers getting open right now.
So 3rd and 12. Neenah crowd comes alive.
Yeah, they certainly do.
Urgent on that defense, and Korth has a receiver. He's going to be shy of the first down, but close enough to think about that 4th down try.
Absolutely.
Here,
Ty Schwarzkopf that time just ran a nice little down and out. Came up a little shy of the first down. Actually, he's about 3 yards shy, it looks like, huh? Put that pass right on the money. So 4th and 4 from the 27.
Yeah, I thought he had a few more yards.
I did too.
Must have stepped out of bounds after that reception
right away.
we couldn't see. But, yeah, I thought he was a little bit closer than that.
Yeah, and this is a long 4 yards right here. 3 wide receivers left again. 1 right.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Trailing by 2 touchdowns.
Oh,
a low
and a bad snap again.
And Korth in trouble. And he is going to be just shy of the first down. We'll step away. Neenah takes over on downs when we come back. They combined the 30 and the 60-second break.
Oh.
And now they can't get out of it.
Oh.
So we might not be coming back here. Neenah takes over on downs, and they keep it on the ground here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Jenkins with the carry, gain of about 3. And that should probably be the last play of the third quarter.
And it will be. Well, no scoring in that third quarter, but a lot of excitement. Neenah up by 2 touchdowns as we head to the fourth. You're watching Showdown on TV 32.
I love this pizza!
As the years go by,
I love this pizza!
some things never change.
I love this pizza. Try us. You'll love us too.
Get Wisconsin's best pizza now at 4 Green Bay area locations.
Let's lean on each other and just make the plays that we've been making. Let's take this game over up front. It's on us. Let's go! And the Packers get the dagger.
A 2nd and 6 for Neenah as they start the fourth quarter with the ball, and they keep it on the ground with their young quarterback.
Van Evenhoven with the carry and a big gain to start off their first drive of the fourth quarter, picking up the first down.
Ball sitting on their own 45-yard line. They've got a 2-touchdown lead as we begin this final quarter.
Van Evenhoven again takes up for about 2-yard gain that time. Gets pretty good pop as well. So 2nd and 8, ball on the 47-yard line. Now it's kind of up to the Menasha defense. It really is. You can't have a long drive, can't have one of those 4 or 5 minute drives. I mean, you need 2 scores. Defense really needs to suck it up right here and try to get a stop.
Well, get a stop or get a turnover at this point.
Right.
And Jenkins.
Look out, look out.
30, 20, 10, Jenkins for the touchdown Rockets.
What a huge play once again for Neenah. This offense has answered the bell every single time. Jenkins takes it the distance, breaks the tackle right there, and he's not going to be stopped. Once he got out there, he is not going to be stopped. Taking it all the way. He's had an offer from Northern Michigan University, D2 school, of course, in the UP, and that's going to be a good college football player. Whoever gets him is going to be getting somebody pretty tough.
Grant Dean for the extra point. And it's good. 28-7. And Neenah now in control here with a 3-touchdown lead early in the fourth quarter. Let's head back down to the sidelines. Olivia Acree covering the game on the sidelines for us. What do you got for us, Olivia?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you about the theme of tonight's game. If you look in the stands, you can see a sea of red, white, and blue. That theme represents both schools' colors, and it honors our veterans. All proceeds from tonight's game go to the Horicon Marsh Veterans Hunt, which is a yearly event that takes 80 veterans on a weekend hunt through the Horicon Marsh. The organization operates solely on donations, so the organization was very thankful that the coaches here tonight decided to use them as their recipient.
I love your story early on, Olivia, about the new high school and everything like that. People here have to be just amazed at what they're going to have, aren't they?
Simplicity Credit Union.
Yes, they are.
Apparel and promos.
Okay, one last question, Olivia. If the Packers and Chiefs play in the Super Bowl, who are you pulling for?
Still can't answer. I'm so sorry.
All right, thanks.
And
thank you, Olivia.
We seem to be losing our connection with Olivia.
She just ripped out her earpiece and threw it.
Who is that Mano guy?
I'm not working with him anymore.
No, Olivia's great. Can't wait to see her future work at NBC 26 News. You can catch her nightly.
Just moved here from Kansas City.
Yeah. She'll be covering Neenah and Menasha communities. So NBC 26 doing something a little bit different by embedding reporters in different communities throughout the area. So,
wow, strong kick. To the 5.
Going to the complete opposite side of the field. Ooh.
A nice hard hit once again.
Couldn't
wow.
turn the corner there. Great pursuit.
Did a nice job, though. He ran a long way to get it up to about the 30-yard line. He ran about 40 yards to gain 25 that time.
Hey, tonight's instant replays are brought to you by Simon's Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese Little Chute.
Did you get the chocolate milk when you were there?
I did. With the
Yes!
grilled cheese, I did have a chocolate milk.
Oh, my goodness. Is there anything better than grilled cheese and chocolate milk out of a glass bottle?
Yeah.
Nothing better.
Yeah, pretty good, my friend.
I've lived on chocolate milk all my life. Just saying.
I wasn't going to say anything. Here we go.
Straight up the middle. Chase Parker. Gain of about a yard before he was taken down.
All right, so
I think we got somebody down for Neenah. He's getting up slow, but is he getting up? Let's see. Sam Shear. Yep, they're going to call a timeout, injury timeout. Sam Shear staying down.
We'll let the trainers check on him, so we'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. Well, free of charge, walk in for an injury assessment and immediate evaluation by the Bellin Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team. Save the cost of an ER or urgent care visit for sports injuries. Experience elite care for everybody. Bellin Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
Where's our buddy Mark tonight?
Gave him the night off.
Okay. All right.
Can't be with us every night.
I know, but you know what I like about it? I feel like I get free medical advice from when I tell him about my problems.
It's like, is Milo going to... Mark, you want to do an interview with us? Is Milo going to be there?
See, you can ask about his hip again. Thought he got it replaced.
Let me know when Mino's not going to be there. Now, we love Mark. Mark Hughes and the Bellin team. Talking some of their folks throughout the season. One of our great sponsors. Korth, again, plenty of time, and not sure.
No, nobody around. He did have two receivers, both in the same areas. I got a feeling he thought somebody was going to break it off, to be honest with you, because he just threw it where there was nobody. So the passing game, not real sharp tonight so far for Menasha. It brings up a 3rd and 9. And once again, this Neenah defense has just been spectacular all night long. There's no better way to describe it, Ted. This Neenah defense, just outstanding.
They've been good. And like we said, it's going to be a fun Fox Valley Association season with a Neenah team playing this well early on. Korth deep down the field.
Has a chance. Oh, just overshot his man. Looking once again for Ty Schwartzkopf. Had a couple of steps on the defender. Just not quite enough air underneath it. Would have been a huge play right there. Remember the year we did 3 Neenah games, I think it was, and those were only 3 games they lost all season, Ted? Remember that?
The what?
The year we did 3 Neenah games, it was only 3 games they lost for the season.
It was. This is the first time they've allowed us to come back.
Exactly. They were not real happy to see us that 3rd time. Not at all. So 4th down, they got to go for it. Not much more you can do at this point. Ball on their own 32-yard line, 4th down and 9. Has time. Now he's under pressure. He will go down at the 25-yard line. So
and turnover on downs. So we'll step away. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. So,
well, that was a unique play. The snap that time went to Jenkins, and he handed off to the wingback coming in from the right side. So mixing it up a little bit here for Neenah. And again, Menasha said it numerous times, but it's up to this defense right now to get a stop and try to at least claw your way back into this somewhat.
Second and 6 from the 22.
And a busted play, yeah.
Good job to handle it.
Right, to prevent the fumble. So brings up a 3rd and 4. More time was, it didn't seem like to be too bad of a snap, just maybe took his eyes off it, but did a nice job of making something out of nothing. 2 new bodies coming to the ball game for Neenah. By the way, that was Briones on the last defensive play for Neenah, who got in to make that sack. Two-way player.
Third down for the Rockets.
Jenkins.
And another first down.
Makes it look easy, doesn't he? There's some tough hombres he's going up against, but he has a knack for making it look easy. Man, he runs strong. And you know, another thing I noticed about him, though, Ted, he kind of inflicts the first blow. You know what I mean? Some running backs, they just kind of, absorb it. He doesn't. He attacks it. He wants to make sure that first shot that he's on the aggressive one when he's carrying the football. Heck of a running back.
Fresh set of downs.
6'1", about 170.
Goal in the Gallagher's Pizza red zone. Jenkins dancing, looking for the end zone, and he is
Touchdown.
in. Touchdown, Rockets.
What a night he's having. I'll tell you what. We mentioned they're not going to be playing varsity football in this field after this season, but a lot of these folks remember the career of that young man because he has been spectacular over the last 2 years for the Neenah Rockets. Just bounces to the outside, breaks the tackle, takes it in for the score. Did not expect this, Teddy.
Yeah, getting away from the Blue Jays tonight. The extra point is good. 35-7, the Rockets. Big lead with 7:46 remaining in the ball game. You're watching Showdown on TV 32. 35-7, and John, you just mentioned, weren't really expecting this, or you're expecting a closer game, but tell you what, I think, the big question in my mind after looking at the box score last week,
right,
46-7 win, Neenah over a very good De Pere team last week. What did this Neenah team look like? And they're showing us they are very strong
They
team.
are solid. I have not seen a weakness, not even a glimmer of a weakness on the part of this team so far in tonight's ball game. Just been sensational. Just dominating performance.
Bounce this one again to the 28. And out of bounds for the Blue Jays. Well, every time a team reaches the opponent's 20-yard line, they enter the Gallagher's Pizza Red Zone. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, Irish spirit, now with locations in Swamico and De Pere, as well as 2 locations in Green Bay on West Mason Street and Webster Avenue. Gallagher's Pizza.
It's a great pizza. I'm telling you. I've had a lot of Gallagher's pizza and chocolate milk. A lot.
Lunch buffet?
Lunch buffet is phenomenal. Yep. Many, many times a customer. Many, many times.
How late are they open tonight?
That wouldn't be a bad idea to stop, I'll tell you that.
So the Blue Jays go back to work.
And a new quarterback in the ballgame for Menasha, Ted.
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
Not a bad decision there.
Yep. Bryce Duzak, the new quarterback, number 12. Yeah, I think Korth did pretty much everything he could possibly do in this ball game. Took a lot of shots. It's been a hard-hitting game, so live to fight another day.
Yeah, down by 28 with 7 minutes to go. Your younger quarterback.
Yep. Give him some experience. You bet.
Menasha will head to the FRCC South. And really, when you look at their schedule, and we'll take a look at their schedule shortly here, but, this is really probably their toughest regular season game on the schedule.
Well, you know what? We say that now, but one thing we've learned in doing high school football games, there's always going to be a team or two that will really surprise you. That you don't, and I mean that both ways.
Yeah.
That we think was going to be really good and then isn't, and just the opposite.
And Manitowoc, Lincoln next week, Green Bay schools. Really everyone looks towards that Neenah Notre Dame game. That'll be in week 7. But a lot of football to be played in that conference. And Duzak, a little high on that pass.
Strong arm, laid it out there nicely. Just a little. It's tough when you come in cold and you got to make that first pass, and it's a pass like that. You'd like more of a screen or something, or a swing pass. Just to kind of get the feel for it. So 4th down.
And Korth back in just for the punt here.
You know, we're talking about assistant coaches.
Yeah.
Some pretty impressive coaches that are assistants in this program.
Yeah. This one will go out of bounds, and Korth was
hit,
popped.
I think, popped.
Flag on the play.
So roughing penalty coming up. Here's a schedule for Neenah.
We'll check on that in a second. We got
right.
a penalty here. We'll see what that's all about. And so the Blue Jays are going to come back out on the field
Their
here.
offense, yep.
So we'll get back to that schedule in just a moment. Well, actually, they're going to mark it off, so we'll take a look at the Rocket schedule. Oshkosh West, Fond du Lac.
I just have a feeling Fond du Lac is going to be really tough again this year.
Yeah.
And Appleton North.
Appleton North with a tough game against Southwest.
Right, Green Bay Southwest.
Last week.
Kakana looks to be really tough again this year. Kimberly is Kimberly. I mean, what more can you say? New coach, but, yeah. But that Kakana team could be pretty sensational this year.
It's going to be a very interesting season in the FVA.
You survived that. You go through that, and I'll tell you what, man. You're something special.
And that gets you ready. And I think
that certainly
some
does.
of the folks make an argument with the FRCC South for Menasha that you don't see the physical play, the really tough matchups in that conference week in and week out like you would see in the FVA.
Right. Well, the FVA used to be a great conference. I mean, that was a fun conference, running the ball that time for the Menasha Blue Jays. Enoch Mulangula. Managula, right? We practiced that one beforehand, Teddy.
Mulangula?
There you go. Very nice. Very nicely done.
Say it with confidence.
Just like who's the big guy for the Wisconsin Herd? Sandro
Mamakalashvili?
Yes. I don't think I'll ever utter that full name. Got to be honest. And he's fine with it. We talked.
Mamu.
Yeah. I said, you okay if I do this? Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
That fooled everybody.
That fooled everybody. I was following that one. I was following the ball. Nice play, fake. But I was following that one right into the line of scrimmage. Holy cow.
He sold it.
He certainly did sell it.
We were buying. Oh, the camera person didn't.
He stayed with it.
With that camera.
What a great fake by that quarterback, though. You see that, how he hid the football?
Oh, Cat didn't buy the fake.
Flag on the play over here on the far side. I don't know what that is. They're talking about it. Illegal man downfield. You know, I noticed the quarterback go over and talk to his offensive lineman right away, basically to say, what are you doing? So I'll move that one back. Bring up 3rd and 15.
Yeah, we've seen that too many times tonight with Menasha going the wrong way.
That's exactly right.
Now, you see a game like this.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a big win here for Neenah. And I think a lot of people will leave here and go, okay, well, Menasha got beat by 28. Do not be fooled.
No.
When they get into Division III play.
Right. Whole different world. You're playing one of the top 10 teams in the entire state tonight in Neenah. In all levels.
So 3rd and 15.
Nice pass, pass interference on the defense. I'll tell you what, though, that was a heck of a pass. That was right on the mark, frozen rope. That was a nice arm. Take a look at this pass, Teddy.
Yeah, Zemlock on the defense here. Maybe getting there a little early.
That was a great ball.
We saw Zemlock break up a great pass.
Oh, that was one of the best defensive plays you'll ever find early in the first half. Stayed with his man, got into perfect position, and knocked it away at the last second. It was just outstanding.
At that time, whistled for the infraction.
You know, Ted, we were talking about this, the conference, of course, that Neenah's in, but one of the great football games between just two big, highly talented teams was our last game of last year, Franklin against Appleton North.
No.
Wasn't that something?
Terrific ball game. Appleton North so close. Try to
had the lead in that ball game.
Get back there again this year.
And then I still say maybe the best high school football game I've ever seen was the state semifinals between Kimberly and Fond du Lac at Titan Stadium in about 25-degree below zero wind chill, and went into overtime. Just an amazing game.
Yeah, that was a fun one. We've seen some pretty good ones over the years.
We certainly have. I'll tell you that. We certainly have. It's been fun to have a front row seat on Friday nights.
Now, speaking of that, we've got some time to talk history here.
Yeah.
Neenah, this was the first location of the first game that you and I worked together.
What year was that, do you think?
It was 2002.
Is that when it was? Okay. What do you remember most about that?
I remember thinking, there is no way I'm going to be sitting next to this guy in 20 years from now.
Right. Exactly. Because I went to the wrong game.
Yeah, it's like, where's this Mano guy?
Well, only time in my lifetime I drove to the wrong game.
It's like minutes from the kickoff or from pregame, and we're waiting for this John.
You know what, though?
Guy.
You know what, though? It's a good thing I was in shape back then. Because remember, I ran diagonally all the way across the field.
Why were you late?
Because I went to Fond du Lac. I thought the game was in Fond du Lac.
Where was the game, John?
The game was in Neenah.
Okay.
The game was in Neenah. One time in 20 years. One time. Yep. No, will never be lived out.
It gives us something to talk about.
I know. I even pointed out where I stopped and ran across the field right before the game. Managula with another carry, running hard.
Hey, by the way, our down and distance tonight been brought to you by Gandrud West Mason Value Center with a no-hassle, no-haggle philosophy, meaning you get one low price always. Shop GandrudWest.com today.
And Menasha with another fourth down. I've never seen a team with more fourth down situations going for it than Menasha has tonight.
Yeah, that Neenah defense has been outstanding.
They've made them work for everything, every single thing. Nice fake by the quarterback. Nice pass. Nice completion. That was a nice looking play right there.
Yeah. In the Gallagher's Pizza red zone.
Completion went to Quinn Ludvigsen.
Well, we got a good one next week, John. Heading back north.
Not just quarterback. I like this quarterback. Backup quarterback. Does a nice fake right there once again. Rolls out, throws a nice pass. He's getting some good reps out here. It's always good to see a backup come in and have some success. You know, you practice so hard and you have 2-a-days and you have all those things that it's nice to get under the lights here and have some success.
Dusek, the handoff to the left side, looking for an opening.
Nice run once again.
Manangala.
Nice carry that time.
Pulaski and De Pere on the schedule next week.
It's an Old Bay Conference matchup, huh?
Might see a little work on the ground next week.
I would think so, huh?
Pulaski offense.
They don't throw too much.
Doesn't change, but you know it's all about execution, right, Coach Lombardi?
And one of the hardest teams to call a game of because they fake so well. That's
a lot of misdirection.
That's a cameraman's nightmare, that matchup.
And just shy.
Angela gets it right to the goal line, literally about the 6-inch line. So first and goal from the 1 for Menasha. And I think a little bit of a stoppage of the clock. Now they're going for equipment. Give it to them again. Let them score and get the name in the paper. Or on the internet or wherever it is these days.
In the cloud.
Whereas in the cloud, exactly.
Menasha trying to end this one on a positive note. Something good happening. Malungala in the backfield again. He
is stuffed. Wasn't sure if the quarterback had kept it, but he did not. Manangala had it. Young came up to make another tackle. I'll tell you what, he's only a sophomore. Number 15. He's a nice football player. He's a real nice football player. We'll try it again from the 2.
Second and goal from the 2. 25 seconds remaining in the game. Dusick, he'll go to the air and
overshoots his man that time.
Yeah, I thought he had his man. Jonathan Younger was the intended receiver.
Just overshot him. This brings up third down. So they're trying to close it out with a score. I'd like to know how many people at this game tonight.
Well, I mean
earlier
they were lined up all the way
around the track.
Around the track.
Yeah, I mean, this is just an incredible crowd here tonight. Incredible. But again, it's the last time Neenah and Menasha will play on this football field.
So 3rd and goal, sitting on the 3-yard line. Lungala is in for the touchdown for the Blue Jays. Well, a 3 yards touchdown run.
That was a nice drive by this offense, playing a lot of backups. I'm sure Neenah's got some fresh bodies in there too, but you know what? That's always a good feeling. You get backups in there and they take it down and score a touchdown in a game like this. It's a good-sized running back. Look at those thighs on him. A little bit of A.J. Dillon working there, huh?
Quadzilla?
Yeah. That's impressive. So this one is definitely going to the Neenah Rockets. And I'll tell you what, and we can talk divisions all you want, Teddy, but when people see this score later tonight or tomorrow morning or whatever, they're going to say, that Neenah team.
Yeah, I mean, 2 big scoring games to start the season. 46 points last week. 2-point conversion is
no good.
Not going to happen. So 35-13. You know, we're talking about Quadzilla.
Yes, sir.
A.J. Dillon playing a big part in Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin and raising money to help families facing food insecurity. NBC 26 teamed up with Feeding America Eastern Wisconsin for a day of giving this week.
You were there?
I was there. Tell you what, you can still make a donation and help out families dealing with food insecurity. You can scan that QR code or visit NBC26.com, Day of Giving. Make a donation and make a difference in our communities. Actually, during the broadcast here, you may have seen another story with our sideline reporter tonight, Olivia Acree, talking with a gentleman who helps run the Neenah Menasha food pantry here. So all that money stays local and helps local communities here.
They're a great organization.
Absolutely.
They helped us out at the Veterans Village in Appleton. They donated so much food. It was unbelievable. 5 pallets full of things. Our people just were so appreciative at what they do and all the volunteers that they get. And were you loading trucks that day, Teddy? Were you loading them up?
Not loading trucks.
Not loading them. Okay.
Yeah, this donation drive was more on the money side of things.
Ah, I got it. Okay.
Kickoff here will
go out of bounds. And I would say that'll be a knee, and we're out of here.
By the way, you can watch the full replay of tonight's game by visiting the Sports Showdown webpage. You can visit NBC26.com/Showdown. Check out archive Showdown games, see highlights from other games in the area, and our full Showdown schedule, NBC26.com/Showdown.
There you go. Modern technology, what it does, huh, Teddy?
Watch those games.
I'd like to see some of your old Creighton games on there.
Nobody wants to see that.
I would. Just saying.
Quick trivia question.
Yes. Yes.
Trivia for that.
Yeah.
A guy that was calling our games at Creighton.
Yeah.
A young Wayne Larrabee.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Okay. Does he remember you?
No.
Okay.
Who would?
I don't know.
That'll do it. Neenah.
Impressive.
With another impressive win, 2 of them to start this season, 35-13. Big win over the Menasha Blue Jays. We'll come back, wrap things up, get you ready for next week after this timeout. Well, you take a look at the broadcast schedule coming up here on TV 32. 13 weeks of high school football all the way through the Level 4 playoffs. That's the state semifinals. Some big games coming up. Big game next week, but then we're back here in the Valley, Kimberly, Appleton North in a couple of weeks. And another game coming up here in the Valley on September 23rd.
That's right. Appleton Xavier taking on their longtime rivals Wapaka in a homecoming game. We're going to be in the booth with an NFL legend, a Xavier legend, a Notre Dame legend, a guy by the name of Rocky Blyer.
Yes, sir.
He'll be joining us for color commentary during that ball game. We're going to be hosting the Rocky Blyer golf tournament the day before for Wisconsin Veterans Village, and we are so honored that Rocky has decided to help us out.
So some big games coming up here. Looking forward to having Rocky as part of our broadcast in a few weeks. But hey, how about this Menasha Neenah game? Neenah really looked impressive once again, John.
I'll tell you what, that defense is impressive. Obviously, they've got the star players. Jenkins is really something special. He had a huge ball game tonight, obviously. Van Evenhoven is a tremendous sophomore. But that defense, I thought, was just spectacular early on in that ball game. They kept bending, but very little breakage with that defense and just hard hitting, extremely aggressive. That's a tough football team. I'm telling you, I know it's a really tough conference, but that's a tough team.
Yeah, the sophomore Van Evenhoven with a couple of running touchdowns. Jace Jenkins had 3 rushing touchdowns in this one as well. Meanwhile, next Friday, big one coming up. And we head north to the FRCC North, and it'll be Pulaski visiting the De Pere Redbirds. Big game, week 3 of the high school football season next Friday right here on TV 32, kickoff at 7 p.m.
Fantastic, buddy.
All right, we want to thank our entire crew, and we enjoyed broadcasting this one tonight on a beautiful night here at Rocket Stadium. Thanks for watching, everybody. For John Mino, I'm Ted Stefaniak. We'll see you next week in De Pere. You've been watching Sports Showdown on TV 32. Good night, everybody.
Tonight's game on TV 32 is brought to you by Bell & Health.